Greetings petrolheads, my name is the Tom, you're on my gaming channel and it's time for another episode of Automation, the car company tycoon game. Now before we get deeper into this episode, I wanna talk to you guys a little bit. First of all, as I've been announcing in a couple of my videos and also on my Facebook page, facebook.com/TomGamingChannel, I've been gone over the weekend. I've been to a rock festival in, close to, not really close to Vienna, but close to the Hungarian border. It was called Nova Rock, and I saw a couple of really cool bands, including Epica, and they're just fantastic. But anyway, now I'm back. The first thing I did was the first thing I did was check my YouTube, check all the comments, reply to them and whatnot. And then I checked the poll I posted in episode number 79 about the future of my channel. Now, admittedly, with, at that point when I posted the poll, I had like 520 subscribers or something like that. Well, and at this point, welcome to all the new subscribers. It's been going like crazy lately. But on that poll, there were only 17 votes in total, so don't think that's particularly representative of what you guys really want, but it's what I got. So out of those 17 votes, 6 people said they want more car related games, 4 people said they want to keep it as is, and another 4 said more automation episodes and less other stuff. So I think I'd make 14 out of 17 people happy if I generally kept the schedule similar, but changed 1 or 2 things out, replace one series with a car game and that isn't automation, and one more game with another automation episode. And that's what I'm actually gonna do. The schedule will be updated on my channel info on the YouTube page. You can check it out what it's gonna be. So yeah, there we go on that one. So I think I've said everything I wanted to say before getting into this episode. And yeah, let's get started. We're gonna build a 1986, I believe. The year doesn't truly matter. BMW M3 E30. And sorry for that pause. It is going to be, well, do we want the 2-door or 4-door version? Let's go for the 2-door version. I realized that its actual wheelbase is 257, but it shows we have is 210, which is way too small, 237 or 281, and this guy does not really look like an M3 anymore. It's too big, so let's go for the medium-sized one. Oh, by the way, this was requested by who was it? Joentia292, a long-time channel supporter, and I appreciate your feedbacks and all that, all your support. Yeah, so let's actually go for it. And I don't think we need to change all that much, honestly, about the basic body shape. We have to change anything? Really? Yeah, this one, more like that. And this goes deeper, this goes further back, and that is basically it, I would say. And now that we got that sorted out, we're going to go ahead and see what kind of... Wait, what is it even? It had a... wait a minute. What kind of chassis is this thing made of? I'm guessing it's corrosion resistant steel, since it's German, and Germans don't like corrosion and whatnot, because it is a real issue in Central Europe, at least compared to America, where there's no real winter. There's not really a lot of snow, at least in the US, or at least in wide parts of the US. There's not that much snow, so you don't have to, you know, worry about all the corrosion that might result from using salt to dissolve the ice and whatnot. Anyway, it is longitudinal, of course, and it will have... It'll have double wishbones front and rear, I guess. And then the body panels are probably made from corrosion-resistant steel as well. I don't think it's from handmade alloy, because it's not significantly lighter. So let's just go with what I got. And this is basically the center of attention for now. This is the center of... Actually, is the nose really that... Should we lower the bonnet line a little bit, like lower the angle here? No, I actually think we should not. So let's leave it as is. Or should we replace this grille altogether with a different one, like that one, for example? Yes, I think this fits better, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. Let's go back to... Let's get this one. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna stick with that one. So, what do we need in here? Obviously, the BMW signature feature, if you will, the kidneys. So let's place them in such a way that we can decrease the height so that they'll still go from the top to the bottom of the black area of the grille. And now it's time for placing down the headlights, which I believe will just be... We're just gonna be best off using these. Yes. Then we're gonna put down a badge right here. Then this thing has a lip, which we are going to place down here, and we could go across the whole front. And then let me see, there are some fog lights on this guy about here. Or rather more like here. And then there are or actually no, I didn't want to select the grills just yet, but we can do this as well, like so. And then some vents. That is what I was actually looking for just a second ago. So let's adjust the size. There is that, and then the indicators again are on this plastic bumper that I can't remove, so sorry, I'm gonna either have to put them down beneath the bumper or not at all. Actually, let's change something here, just ever so slightly. Let's make this Or like here, and like there, and right there. And then make this a little bit taller so we can still see the number plate properly once it's on there. And the indicators are gonna go here probably. So there's your M3 front end at least. Then we're gonna give this thing a door handle right here. And it also features a side indicator that is this one, and let's adjust the placing a little bit. It's going to be like more like here. Does it have another one? No. No. Then we got a little wing on the back. Like that. But a little bit bigger. So, now we're gonna get to the taillights, which I think they're easiest if we just go for these. And then we got another number plate back here, of course, and it's like right here. Then now here's the tricky thing. We do have a lip back here, but the exhaust goes like, come on. Please? Okay, we have to put it somewhere and then just... Okay, so we can put it further down. Well, the exhaust goes like here. And the lip basically runs here and then it continues from the exhaust. But that is again something we can't really assimilate here. So we're just gonna put it down underneath the exhaust, like that. And of course, being a German car, it needs a badge on both the front and the rear end. That's how they always did it. And that is basically it for the aesthetics of this M3. And we're gonna repaint it white, I think. I just really like this car in white. And it's gonna be the rear-wheel drive. It's gonna have a new engine. 1986 BMW M3. Let's just call it the E30 because that's what it is basically. And then the engine is the BMW S14 E23. Good. It's an inline-4. I think it's pretty safe to assume that it's made from aluminium because it's basically a race spec engine. I know that the 2-liter version had a stroke of 72.6 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 72.6. 70. Of course, I'm not gonna build the 2-liter version, but the 2.3-liter version of it. But I need the bore ratio that I have not been able to figure out, because that is kept the same for all the engine types. So now we have the bore and stroke ratio for the 2-liter engine, and all we need to do now is increase the stroke so much that we get to 2303 cc total. And oh well, that'll have to do it. It does have dual overhead cams with 4 bars per cylinder. It's probably aluminum on the head as well. Then I couldn't figure out these specs here, like what kind of bottom end it's got. But I'm gonna go for the cast iron crank because we're not making ridiculous amounts of torque. This does rev pretty high, so I'm gonna go for good internals here, forged pistons and whatnot. It is an expensive engine after all, or at least you know for 1986. BMW S14, B23, and we want this thing to make 200 PS, like, or 197 horsepower. So we need a pretty aggressive cam, like 75 I would say is a pretty good first estimate. It is naturally aspirated, as we know, and it will have fuel injection for the throttle response. I'm guessing it runs on premium unleaded. Has not a throttle per cylinder, but one throttle body per 2. Wait a minute. 2 separate throttle bodies are used, each incorporating 2 throttle butterfly plates. So that means, so does that mean 1 throttle per 2 cylinders? I don't know. Let's give it a throttle per cylinder, just to speed things up a little bit in a performance intake. And then the fuel mixture does not need to be very, very lean, because this is not really a eco engine. The rev limit is about 7,500 RPM, I think. We're gonna give this thing a longitudinal exhaust. I don't know if that's the actual head type, like the exhaust header, but it seems reasonable to me. So let's give this to straight from mufflers. We're way down on power. We're knocking, so let's decrease this. And actually, there we go. And we're making 197 horsepower at 6,800. And you should be making it at 6,750, so that's like perfect. But we are down on torque. We need 240 newton meters at 4,750, and we're making this torque way too late. So what we're going to do is we're gonna decrease the compression a little bit here, and also the cam profile, so that we can make the torque earlier. And then we're going to give this thing more fuel mixture. Now it's running too rich. Can we actually make 240 newton meters out of this engine, or is that something we cannot achieve in the game currently? Would not surprise me. 197, we're way down on power now. We really need to tune this thing properly. That is way too aggressive. Like, I cannot see this. Actually, we can totally give this thing some quality, because it is a high quality engine. And now we might be able to reduce this cam profile some more. The horsepower rating the horsepower rating is accurate, and it's at the perfect amount of RPM. So, actually, is this what kind of HP is this? Is this the same as just the PS that Germans use, or is it, you know, the horsepower that, you know, British and American people use? You know, brake horsepower, where 640 of those is 649 PS, basically. I don't know, but I think I'm content with this. Yeah, let's keep it as is. The reliability is not particularly strong, but I don't think that's the strong point of this car anyway, so we're gonna give this guy a 5-speed manual gearbox. The top speed is not amazing, it's probably like somewhere here, 240 or something like that. It is definitely higher than 177. I don't know if it does the 100 kilometers an hour in second gear or in third. I'm gonna give this guy a viscous LSD, because it does have a limited slip differential, and sports tires seem reasonable to me. We cannot increase the wheel diameter. We have flared the wheel arches just a little bit. 225s in the rear should be fine, because this guy does not have that much power. 205s front. Alloy wheels. Now the brakes. I think it does have vented discs with like 2 pistons front, and then probably one piston solid disc in the rear. And then of course we does this one have an under tray? I'm pretty sure that it does, but what kind of under tray does it have is the big question here. Let's go for a fully clad and actually keep the front downforce here about at 30 and the rear downforce at about 10, because we do have a lip and a wing on the rear, whereas we only have a lip on the front. And to keep things a little bit more balanced, I'm gonna try for this setup for now. We can always change that later. That's gonna be like on one of my most said sentences on this automation series. We can always change that later. It does have 4 seats with definitely premium interior and entertainment for its age, at least. I don't think it had traction control, but it did have heated seats, like at least as an extra, as an optional extra. But still, I mean, heated seats in 1986. I mean, heated seats aren't even standard in today's cars 30 years later, or almost 30 years later, and that's impressive. We're gonna go for a sports setup here, raise the ride height just a little bit. 1043. We're actually almost there with the weight. We should have 1070. You could even say it's luxury is the entertainment or the interior? What category does stuff like heated seats fit into? Entertainment or interior? Let's see. This does not give us enough weight. $1,062. What about this? 1,086. $1,071. Let's leave it as is. 1,068. Now the 0 to 100 kilometers an hour should be 7.2 seconds. It is 6. Okay. This is too fast. I mean, you can never really be too fast, but you know. Oh, wait a minute. M3. Where's the stats of that car? It is, well, anyway, it is fast. Let's leave it at that. The roll angle is quite high actually, which is something I didn't really expect. The economy is not that bad actually, but keep in mind it is only a 2.3 liter 4-cylinder engine, so it shouldn't be that bad. And with that, I think I've done my job on this replica here. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, click the like button, helps out a great deal. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future, but for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.